Hello, hello.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
Hello. How's it going, man?
Yeah, it's going good. Thank you very much. Just finished up with because I'm a uni student. Just finished up with my uni work. So,
Oh
been
man. Wait, what I'm curious, what is the uni work?
as in what I'm working on
Yeah.
currently, or yeah, well, that's part of the stuff I'll show you. And I'm currently working on two projects at the moment: a knight and a sort of renderless creature, crocodile creature.
Cool. So right now you're a student. Do you want to like
Yes.
so what we usually do is let's introduce you and then you can talk
Okay.
about like how you got into 3D and like what you're doing now and then
Definitely.
we can go through your portfolio and then look at I think was it you that said you had some like stuff outside of the portfolio?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Cool.
booked onto this thinking it'd be ready, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so
Ah,
it's not
yeah.
ready
The
yet.
struggle. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all good.
But yeah, so my journey sort of started about 3 years ago. I was at a place in my life where I didn't really know what I wanted to do in my life. I know I loved art, but I didn't know what to do. Luckily, a family member actually got into the gaming industry
Hmm.
and sort of opened that world to me because I love games, but I never knew. It's silly. I never knew there was art roles, and their boss was very kind and showed me stuff, so I was able to actually see the inner workings of it and just fell in love with it really. And then did an art foundation to just build up my art skills, and then onto the course I'm at right now, and I'm in my third year. So yeah.
Dude, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So I'm curious now so you have family that's in the industry. I have family in the industry as well. And they were
Yeah.
kind of like what got me like going, "Oh, is that that's a thing? Cool. I'm going to look into
Oh,
that. What is this? What do they do?"
well, they went in as tax, so it's quite because I said to my mum took because I don't mind saying it was a with the Activision guys,
Yeah.
and she got in at tax, and she's like, oh, I'm working now, and of course, being a kid when that happened, I was like, oh my god, I mean, Call of Duty, I was loving that, and
Yeah.
then I was like, I want to do game art because her boss told her. My mum was like, oh. Jack wants to do game art. I don't think there are any roles in that. And my mum's boss just started laughing. Said there are so many roles in game art.
Oh
It's
man.
massive. So my family's been very supportive, and they showed me around the studio. That's what I love about the gaming industry. There's such lovely people there who
So
are
super
so
open.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. I remember I sat down with a lead artist, and my work at the time was awful, but he went through and critiqued it kindly. It was just a lovely moment, really.
Dude, what an opportunity. Dude, that's crazy. That's really cool.
Oh, I got some. It really inspired me because at that point I'd spoken to people and they were like, "Oh, it's all right," but I was sort of getting sort of cold feet, and this guy was like, "No, just keep going. Like we all start somewhere," and that's just what kept me going and going, just
Dude, it's
falling more
true.
in love.
It's true.
Yeah.
We all start terrible and then we just kind of get less terrible.
Oh, it was a Destiny like
Yeah.
creature art. It was awful, and he was so nice. Like he had this flip book where he was on the tube in London, and he only had about sort of 20 odd minutes, but he'd do a sketch of a person, like
Mm.
highly detailed, and then a caricature as well. And I was just blown away as a kid, like wow. And yeah, that's what inspired me.
When was this? How long ago was this?
Oh, this was so I'm in my third year of university
Yeah.
now. This was about 5 years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool, man. And so
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So I mean, so right now your portfolio says game artist studying. Um
Yes.
is it have you figured out if you're like wanting to do characters or props or environments yet or are you just kind of
Yeah,
going for it?
that's the thing. Like, with the sort of newer work I'm doing, I'm very much focusing on characters and creatures. But with the course at the start, it's very open.
Mhm.
It's about learning the process, and then in the third year, that's when you like, I want to do this. You pick a project, and that's what you stay with.
Cool. Yeah, so they kind
Yeah.
of like they want you to explore and see what sticks if you want to say it like that.
Yeah, very much so. That we have three modules. We have traditional art, 2D digital, and 3D. And then in the third year, you just do 3D and you
Mm.
work on that. And so that's why you see a bit of 2D there. Eventually, when the newer stuff goes up, I just want to refine it a bit. But yeah, that's up at the
Right.
moment.
Cool. Okay, so what would you like to go through on your portfolio then? Is there any particular one that you want?
The main one I'd like
Hmm.
to go through is the latest one because the other ones are quite old, and if possible, the newest, the stuff that I've got on the PowerPoint,
Sure.
if that works.
Yeah, yeah, totally works. I mean, we're here for you for this moment of time.
All I was to say, my university actually recommended your Discord to
Oh,
us. So, yeah,
really?
they gave us a list of resources, and that's how I actually found you guys. They said go and look in these Discords. These incredible people who will
Oh
help you
man,
so
that's
much. I was like
cool.
straight in there. Yeah, so I thought I'd say that.
Dude, that is crazy.
Yeah, they really because our tutors are artists. They are people who've taken
Right.
time out of industry, so they are in these communities.
Man, that's I need to start going to schools. I want to like hang out with more students because
Oh,
I freaking
yeah.
love this stuff.
I can tell you now, you'd be very welcome. Like, because people, we love it when people come in from
Yeah.
industry because they talk about it. They're so honest about it.
Dude, okay, so we've got
Yeah.
this leather demon jacket thing.
Yes.
It's it's a bit on the high poly when it comes to this the stuff coming out of the jacket, this like spines or the I don't know if you want to
Yes.
the horns. So they match
Yeah.
the
Horns.
jacket pattern. I think that's actually really cool. It's just they're really dense, like
No. Yeah.
poly count wise. But man, dude, I the passion that you're expressing is like the most exciting aspect of all of this stuff. Like because with that, like it's just a matter of time. You focus on the stuff that you want to improve on, and then that passion helps carry you through the hard parts and the easy part,
Yeah.
and you just kind of flow.
Well, it's
Um,
taken over my whole life. Like I don't actually play games as much. So I'm like, oh, let's go on ZBrush for another hour. Oh wait, it's like 2 in the morning. Probably should go to bed.
yeah,
Kind of thing. Yeah.
dude. Yeah, having a good balance is important, but also difficult. I can
Oh,
totally understand that. And I think when you're a
I'm finding
student,
that.
though, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But
Somewhat.
yeah. So okay, when I look at
Yeah.
this, I'm not a character artist, right?
Yeah.
All I can say is like geometry wise, it feels a little dense in the
Okay.
horns, and then making sure that like the topology of the way that the jacket is built
Mm,
supports the way that the character would move. And for me, that's about the extent of my knowledge when it comes to characters. I'm
yeah.
very bad at like, I'm not a character artist, right? What
Yeah,
I
no, so
guess some of the other things I would say is maybe like the pole down below that is
mm,
holding everything up could just be straight. Like you don't need the extra loops in there to have that.
I see what you
Um,
mean.
but hang on, let me 1 second. I'm gonna reach behind me. Uh, okay, I didn't think I'd reach for these, but I got these 3 books and I'm reviewing them right now. Um, this company sent them to me, Anatomy for Sculptors. They're on Artstation, but they have like it's crazy. They go very deep into like everything. I mean, maybe I can
Yeah, that looks
switch.
really interesting. Yeah, definitely.
Let me switch to this camera because it may be a little easier. But they also do it in 3D so that you can really understand the details that are happening. So I need to finish going through these
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
because like this one's just for expressions, and
Mm,
then they have 3 of them that they sent me. And this one's like I'm gonna cover up the boobs on this one. The anatomy for sculptors. So this one's all about like anatomy.
that's
And
my main thing I need to work on.
yeah, and dude, it's if you want to get
Uh,
into characters and creatures, you have to know this stuff. But
I've
they
learnt
go in
so
and they
much the
simplify a
last year.
lot of it and
Yeah.
try and make it approachable. Let me see if I can find. Oh yeah, no, all of this will get me instantly removed from Twitch.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've got quite a few art books at home. It's like, oh, okay.
And then this one, form of the head and neck, and this is just you can see too, like in the way that it's drawn out. They're using geometry to show you like muscle groups and like how things
Mm,
flow and form,
yeah.
and those would help a ton. I think at least when it comes to anatomy,
Oh,
show
definitely.
feet.
Really. Yeah.
um, Here we go. I can show this one. This is good. So for example, because they're showing it in let's see here, it's showing it in geometry form. It's much easier to like process and visualize.
Especially from someone who's started off with 3D as their main thing, it
Yeah,
really does show it in the light you'd want to see it as a 3D artist.
yeah. But
That's really interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely have a look at them.
but yeah, they're called Anatomy for Sculptors is the company
Mm.
name, and you can find them on Artstation.
Oh, definitely. No, I do collect sort of game art books on the side as well. So anatomy and just game art books in general.
But so if we ignore the material stuff now, if we just look at like or the modeling stuff and look at materials,
Yes, definitely.
so there's a bit of like this glowing effect that you have on the horns.
Mm,
That's that is really cool. It just maybe like it doesn't really give the sense that it's glowing. Maybe an emissive, like a bloom, that's where the emissives are happening. It looks like it's in a Fresnel type of pass.
yeah,
Um, it's cool. It just needs that pop of
that
like,
extra like sort of like
yeah, it's kind of like
illumination.
glowing, right? Right now, I think
Yeah,
it's in the 0 to 1 range of brightness, and when you start
yeah.
to go into like the overbright, when you go past 1 and you
Mm,
start blooming it out, it really starts to pop. Um, so there's that material, and then really leaning into like this leather material and trying to get the leather to read as leather. And I think that's just
mm,
a matter of understanding PBR values, uh, which can take a bit of time. I totally get that, but yeah, I mean, I like the idea of this. It's just a matter of like, I guess I would need to know more to help you further, but
yeah.
it's a really cool idea, and the way you're executing it. I mean, this is last month. I think it's just
Yes.
a matter of learning the the flow of geometry and then pushing the materials further.
Yeah, definitely.
And you said you wanted to look at one other one.
I think for the other one, because they're all quite old. That's the
Mm,
thing. Because my current work is so much further than these. That's the only problem.
okay.
Because the other creature was done. That was my first ever like attempt as a full character. The sort of uh
Oh, this
blue
one here,
and
the
red.
alien.
Yeah, yeah, the alien guy. So he was my first like you can. This was like my first attempt at proper substance and yeah.
Oh, so this is
Never.
like so you were even using like Substance Painter to texture and all that stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Bit of ZBrush and then yeah, mostly
Nice.
Substance Painter.
Oh man, you even have an idle animation for this. So wait, did you rig this and animate it as well?
Yeah, the thing with my course is we're not training to be riggers, but they do they our models have to show that they can be rigged. So this is just a simple mix of mo animation,
Right.
with a bit of fixing with weight painting, but it has to show we have to show that we can the models are able to be rigged.
Oh, that's cool.
It's one of the criterias.
Yeah. Man, I get it's so interesting. I actually get Halo vibes from this.
I now you say that I
I
actually
don't
see that.
I maybe it's the silhouettes and like the shapes that I'm
Yeah, it
seeing
has
just
got elite vibes. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Subconsciously, I must have been thinking about that.
super funny.
I think when I was working on this, Halo Infinite came out, so it probably makes quite a bit of sense.
Yeah, it's it's very clear to me, but I like the direction that you went with it. It's I think when it comes to like how you're pushing your materials, again, it's
Mm.
PBR values and like the details that are on the outside. Is this like a exoskeleton type of bone surface?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So understanding where like PBR values or like the roughness of bone tends to be um, quite high, so
Mm,
they look very chalky almost.
mm.
So if you're going for a more wet kind of look, I wonder. I guess it would just need more explaining, right? Visually, like, oh, what type of surface? Because like to the human eye, when we look at a surface, what we're thinking about is like, what does that look like to me?
Mm.
And we try and draw connections or correlations. It's kind of why someone doesn't even need to be a character artist, and when they see a character that doesn't feel right, they don't know why, but it doesn't feel right. And it's because we're
Yeah.
so used to the subtle nuances of the things that we see in people every day.
Mm.
And it's the same with like materials and surfaces. Like, oh, why does that metal look so weird? And it's
Mm.
because metals don't look like that. But it's supposed to be a metal, for
Yeah,
example.
no, I've had
Yeah.
that a lot with work. Like the original part, because this is the second pass. The original pass was, oh, that was a interesting color I went for.
But I mean, this is really cool. I think it's just a matter of like with this specific post, like when you want to show what you're capable of, not only do you have these animations and whatnot, but getting like showing us the wireframe, showing us how you unwrap stuff, like what your
Mm.
UVs look like and where your like like if I wanted to see what your roughness looks like and what your albedo looks like.
Yeah, no, with this post, I basically my second year was I had some
Mm,
family stuff that came up, so I had
mm,
to sort of postpone the work. So in a sort of sense, this was a bit rushed because I
right.
had to get it done quite quickly because I'd had that sort of stuff. So with my newer stuff, like with the
Mm,
jacket, I've been trying to break down so I'm completely transparent. Like this is what the piece is.
yeah, that's nice. Yeah, showing the wireframes highlights where there's like, oh, we could work on this, or there's this thing to work on, or oh, this person understands how to model in this way, and
Mm,
showing the UVs and how you pack your UVs and the like I was saying with the albedo and the roughness, being able to
yeah,
see those helps us understand where you're at in your understanding of PBR values. Um,
definitely.
and yeah, so I mean, not saying that you should get it on the character, the alien, but like going
Mm,
forward, being able to show that stuff just helps. Like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily thinking about it like transparency, but it helps us understand um, where you're at and
mm,
what your current weaknesses are and what your current strengths are. That's why I think,
definitely.
yeah, posts being up to date as you go will be good. Don't wait on like
Yeah,
posting something. If you feel like it's ready to post, just do it. That you'll
no,
always
definitely.
you'll always have another one to post later.
Oh, say that again.
But did you want to like, I don't know how you wanted to do this. Did you want to screen share and you can go through your stuff, or how did you want
I
to?
was I was like, how the hell am I going to show this? So I can screen share if you want, or I have got them as posts that I could quickly pop on, but I prefer to screen share if that would
Yeah,
work. But
you
if
can
it
screen
doesn't,
share.
I've got a backup in a sense.
No, no, it's fine. Screen share will work perfectly fine.
Let me find PowerPoint. I'm gonna see. I don't know if this. Yeah, if you can see this.
Yeah, and then you
Uh,
just share your screen on that, and then I will pop
just
this out.
let me see if it's if for some reason it's not playing ball. Can you see that? All right.
Yeah, yeah.
See a sort of a crab man.
Well, I just did, and now it's white.
Oh god. Oh god.
I'm
Let
gonna
me.
shrink this down so people don't get blinded when it keeps going white.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Let
No,
me just.
it is all
Uh,
right.
let, let me turn. Oh god, I don't want to blind anyone. I do apologize. Um, I love Discord stuff sometimes.
Are you sharing your browser or what are you sharing?
I'm trying to share the PowerPoint itself, but yeah, let me stop sharing that before I blind anybody.
Maybe you
Share.
can share the desktop or like your
Yeah,
screen, and maybe that'll fix it.
yeah, that'll fix it. So I'll just go on it. Uh, there. Can you see that? All right.
Let's see. Yes, sir.
Haha. So this is like the big latest project I've been working on. This was finished. This is what I had to hand in for uni. So this is
Right.
a crab man that I've been working on.
Dude, this is a huge improvement from your
Yeah,
previous
I
stuff.
I sat down with a very talented friend of mine. He was like, Jack, honestly, and I'm so glad he talked to me. He said, you've got the passion, but you need to just sit down and push forward. Like you can get this done. So I really spent the last sort of 3 months just learning as much as I can, absorbing, finding other resources, and just combining it all into this piece in a sense.
Right. Dang, this is awesome.
Thank you very
This
much.
is definitely like, so if I were to put you on a scale of quality, And then, of
Mm.
course, remember I'm not a character artist,
No,
but like
completely.
the stuff we're looking at in your portfolio from like a 1 to a 10 is sitting somewhere around like a 3 or a 4, and this is sitting closer to like a 5, 6, maybe even 7. Professionals I'd put somewhere in like the 10 range, and then from 10 you
Yeah.
just kind of keep going up.
No, that's extremely appreciated. Thank you very much. 'Cause
Like there's a big
I like when
improvement
people are
here.
honest. Because I know people say, "Oh, that looks great," but it's you need to have the harsh truth sometimes, and that's what I like to hear because I can learn
Well,
from
doesn't
that.
it doesn't even have to be harsh, man. Like
Yeah.
this is a huge improvement from your previous stuff we were looking at. But there's
Yeah.
obviously there's still room to grow, right?
Yes. Well, I have actually been working on this. If I go to the next slide,
Yeah.
I have been because I was it wasn't feeling very connected, so I'm starting to recolor it as we speak.
Mm. Yeah, Chris is saying in chat as well, presentation and lighting will push this a couple numbers up. Definitely with
Yeah.
like some really like a key light that shines, because right now you have like an edge light on the side
Yeah.
here. Getting that and then having your like, I don't know, I guess your edge light would have to be here on this side, and you get a key
Mm.
light that illuminates the whole like core of the body.
Yeah.
That will push this way up.
Yeah, because the one with lighting, I literally had to just chuck it in Unifor and submit it because we have very harsh
Mm,
deadlines that we have to meet. But then after that, we can play around as much as we want, but we have to just submit it. And then they recommend afterwards going back in and cleaning up. But I thought there's the wireframe. It's about 10,000 tries. It's a
mm.
bit on the heavy side, but
It's much more unified though. Like the
yeah, I
details
really
are
tried
very
to
there.
work here to get the mesh, really clean up the geometry.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's him.
Dude, that's super cool, man.
And then here is the knight that I'm currently working on,
Oh, did I
which is
lose your? Oh no, there we go. No, you're good,
oh, so this is the knight project I'm working on currently.
dude. Awesome. Nice layering of details. How
It
how were
is.
you doing the?
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
like the wrinkles on the pants,
Oh, what? That's in. Oh god, Marvelous Designer.
right?
So I've been learning that along this. That's what I did the leather jacket in as well. So that was
Right,
my that project was to understand the program, and this is taking it a bit further.
right. Okay. So one thing I'm seeing right now that will be like an easy fix, if you want to say it like that. So you have
Yep.
the shoulder pad, the part that's protecting the head. Usually those are
Mm,
tend to be rounded or like curved so that they kind of follow the curve of the body, like the
yep.
top part here. Um, but what I was gonna say is like you can see the thickness there and the thickness down here, and then you
Mm,
look at the thickness of the other shoulder pad. Getting consistency between the thicknesses on those and maybe even these like little smaller pieces here, that's gonna
yeah.
really help like unify all the details so that nothing feel like everything feels like it's from the same world.
Ah, I see.
But
I
man,
see.
this is quite the improvement, man. And
Thank you.
it sounds like you're pushing really hard if you're digging into Marvelous and all that stuff.
Oh, I'm actually about to start learning Mari as well, and
Oh man.
I only have a week to understand it and implement it. Yeah, I have I think I've worked out for this project I have to do 3 characters and I have 5 weeks per character.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
yeah, every character I spoke to was like, oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's pretty intense.
yeah, so I'm trying to. My plan is to get this through as much as I can, and
Mm,
then what the reason why I haven't made the gambeson as tight sort of round the straps is I'm going to do another armor set because this is from a concept, and I
okay.
want to do like sort of Robert the Baratheon sort of Game of Thrones sort of stag helmet sort of
Mm,
design, and I really want to do another armor set because I've absolutely loved like watching Chaos Mason, understanding how they do armor and clean it up in ZBrush, and implementing that kind of stuff with
right.
this. But yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's really cool to see this type of progress. I think so there was a few things said in chat. So the Crabman uh
Yes.
is getting a lot of praise in chat. Is that your own design or is that coming from a
Yeah,
concept or
oh no, this is completely like the knight was from a concept. This is out of my
Mhm.
own head. I wanted to do sort of like a Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones kind of
Yeah.
thing,
I love the
and yeah,
crab design on the top with the eyes and
yeah,
stuff.
I really wanted it to look like the silhouette was the big Davy Jones hat, but it was still a crab itself. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
Um,
I love it. I love playing. I just love being in ZBrush. If I'm being honest, just love playing around in there.
yeah, I wonder if exaggerating things is is like the way to push this further. I'm trying to figure out if I can. I'll see if I can pull Photoshop up. But the other character you said was being pulled from a concept. Did you have like what else did you have that you wanted to show from these slides before we kind of dive into some
Yes.
other stuff?
Well, these are just the stuff that I've got. That's sort of what I'm working on.
Mm,
So like that's a close-up detail pass
mm-hmm.
of the head and the thing, and then just my latest project where it's at. That was all. That
Oh,
was all the.
cool.
Yeah, this is the sort of Grendelesque creature I'm working on, which is in very early stages. But yeah.
Nice. Oh, okay. So you work in like parts, but then get them posed, and then I guess you dynamesh them together.
Yeah, so I work to a certain point because we have to be able. I have to be able to rig it. So I'm trying to sort of splay it out, and then yeah. So I work. So the head was separate from the body, and the body was separate from the tail, and eventually I sort of merged them all together.
Right. Dude, cool.
But yeah, that's all I've got to show.
That's awesome. No, this is a huge here, I'm gonna switch the stuff around here.
Yeah, if you want me
And
to go to any slide or turn the slides off, just say and I can
I think
do
we're
whatever.
all good now because I got a screenshot of the crab
Perfect. If you
guy.
need me to, I'll stop streaming if you want.
And then what I will
Yeah,
do,
there
I'm
we
gonna
go.
switch to this thing really quick and then get Photoshop up.
Perfect.
And then I'll show you some of the stuff I was thinking of with the crab character.
Oh, definitely. It's all greatly appreciated.
It was super cool, man. Uh, yeah, everyone in chat's kind of like, yeah, that's a huge improvement.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when I signed up for it, I thought, oh yeah, I'd have it all up, but I've been really trying to like push my skills. I haven't actually time to get it up on Artstation yet. So I was like, oh, I hope he lets me show it because I was like, I've really put a lot of work in since what's up there.
Yeah, I mean, I think this stuff's really important. Okay, I've got it. So,
Perfect. I'm
so
excited to see.
when there's like when you have a character that's like this and you're really emphasizing what type of character they are or
Mm,
like the kind of theme behind them, I think what you're doing with the headpiece is perfect because it's like it like you're saying it looks like the helmet or the hat, but then at the same
mm,
time it really represents like what we're actually like this whole crab design. um I feel like right now the language that's going on here is very square, right? Like I know we're
mm,
in like a corner or like in a three-fourths view, but it's very uh squared off currently. And I
mm.
think if this was, I don't know if I can use like a liquefy brush, I would just basically I give him a bigger belly.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a pot belly, so I could definitely enhance that.
I'm like trying to remember even where the
Oh, I haven't jumped into it for a while, so I'm very
dude.
sorry I can't help you.
No, it's cool. Maybe I can do free transform and then like distort. No, I
I
don't
remember
usually. No,
myself.
maybe warp. Yeah, so I can kind of do it a little bit, but basically, if he was bigger
Ah, I see what you mean.
in his tummy, basically. So if that was
Mm.
bigger, ignore all the little artifacts that are going on,
Oh yeah, no, completely understand. Yeah.
and then if we take like the claw here, I'm just gonna. I'm just doing this with a mouse, so it's gonna be really kind of
Oh no, it's
jank.
fine.
Uh, Taking that claw and really pushing the warping on that, like, oh weird. What was that? What is this thing?
I don't actually know. It's giving
Oh
you a
my
grid.
god. Okay. This this is all very new to me.
Yeah, it's new to me as well. I'm like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't okay, I don't have enough control to be able to really show it, but
I think I understand
essentially
what you're trying to say. Yeah.
yeah, I want you to exaggerate those details, and I don't think like given your deadline, I think I wouldn't worry about it and just think about this in the future for for other stuff,
Oh
but
yeah,
like
at the moment
getting
this is
that
sadly on
claw,
the back burner.
getting that claw all like much bigger, right? Is
Mm.
emphasizing those details and really kind of pulling the character out is kind of the way I would like push that stuff. But man, this is like the biggest hack job I think I've ever done. I'm
Oh
like
no,
trying to
some
think
of some of
about
my
how I
old
can control
sculpts.
this, but yeah,
No, I
I,
see what you mean. Enhance, in a sense, from what you're saying, is enhance the silhouette of the character because the head's got
yes,
that big, but you want to carry that sort of larger than life sort of hat style into the body itself. So extending the belly out, really giving a nice big sort of hook to the claw.
yeah, and then the pose exactly like what Axel's saying in chat. Big claw plus a pose that's like leaning towards the heavy claw, and you know, is maybe it's all thinking about where the weight is. The claw is going to be super heavy, right? So maybe even that shoulder's a little bigger to like compensate for the weight in the muscles.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, but
Well, my
it's so cool, man.
yeah, my plan is to use the Rococo, that AI software for doing motion capture without suit, and
Oh,
actually yeah, playing around with that and actually capturing my own, so I could actually do that with the hand coming it up and sort of moving that across.
dude,
That's
that
my
sounds
plan.
so when you do that and you get it like running in the engine
Yeah.
and you get that movement, man, make a video of that, put that in the Discord. I would love to see that.
Oh, definitely. I'm really excited because I want to have as many skills as I can going into the industry. And I've always actually I remember seeing was the Corridor Digital guys use the Rococo suits and then that new software, and I was like, oh, I want to give this a try, and it's free to use, so I thought, why not?
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That
it's
none of that
really
stuff
is.
existed a while back, like not even I don't know, 5 years ago. Man,
Well, if needs be, my uni does have some form of a motion capture studio, but it's not the greatest. But they have something set up. But I really want to try out that Rococo stuff.
well, I think we're on the edge of our time.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions before I jump out of here?
I think you've answered them all, really.
Yeah.
Thankfully, yeah, I think
Okay.
they're just really helpful with the crab stuff, and yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to show off my stuff and all my new stuff as well.
Yeah, dude, your new stuff is substantially uh you've grown a lot. It's awesome to
Thank you
see.
very much.
Um I think it's like when you post in critiques, uh I would say make sure to post like what your roughness values look like. Um
Definitely.
and I think really what will push this presentation further is the way that the lighting is hitting the character. But man, it's super cool.
Yeah, we've got a couple of lighting artists actually on my course, and I'm actually in contact with them, and they're going to help me with that final
Oh,
step.
that's
Because
awesome.
that's all they're doing at them. Because we're very lucky with my uni. We've got this big building, and it's a big floor. It's just it's all computers, Wacom, and it's a character artist, environment artist, creature artist, all
Mm,
under one roof working together, which is really nice.
dang. Dude, that's
Yeah,
great.
very nice. So I get a lot of feedback from not just character artists,
Hmm.
which is really nice. It pushes me in new directions I wouldn't think of.
Dude, super cool, man. Well, I really appreciate your passion and just the you're just in it. So
I just
yeah.
that's what I say to anyone. Just if you want to get into it, just push and work hard and just really be passionate about it. And I've fallen even more in love with it. Every project I do, I fall in love with something new. Like with the leather jacket. Sorry, I
Mm,
won't ramble on too long. But with the leather jacket, I fell in love with Marvelous Designer, and now I'm looking into Mari. And but I still love the key things like ZBrush. I absolutely love that program and 3ds Max and it's just there's just so many incredible things that you can do. Like I'm looking at hard surface stuff as a personal. I want to do a Star Citizen spaceship in my
oh
personal
man.
projects. Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
addiction. You're in, man.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm exactly yeah,
Dude, that's awesome. Okay, well, so I think when you do post like an update on the on your characters, feel free to
definitely.
tag me because I'd love to see the progress. You can just at my dynasty on the Discord when you post it in critiques or something, or even if
Oh,
it's
thank
just
you
way
very
way.
much. Yeah, definitely. I'll when because I'm doing another pass with the with the Crabman sort of giving him some more green elements and some moss elements. But I'll definitely post that one. That's ready
Dude,
to go.
awesome. All
Thank you
right,
very
dude.
much.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time to share and uh, like sharing your energy as well. It helps everyone.
Well, I had great people who did it for me, so why not keep that going, you know?
Hell yeah, man.
But thank you very much, man.
Dude, awesome. Thank you again. Talk to you later.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.